Gentleman from Ohio.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I yield 3 minutes to the gentleman from Kentucky, Mr. Massie.
Gentleman's recognized for 3 minutes.
I thank the gentleman from Ohio. You know, the Democrats today say they don't want to take your guns away. Well, then why does the legislation do just that? What they should say today is we don't want to take all of the guns away from all of the people just yet, because we know we can't get away with that. The reality is the anti-Second Amendment lobby has vastly outspent all of the pro-Second Amendment groups put together in the last several elections. Who is in the pocket of who? So, the red flag laws, these take all of the guns from some of the people, and the bill that will pass tonight, if the Democrats are fortunate enough to do so, will take some of the guns from all of the people. Now, why are gun owners concerned? Why are the gun owners who don't own so-called high-capacity magazines, for instance, concerned? Why are the gun owners who don't own, for instance, AR-15 style rifles concerned about this legislation? Because they know the legislation won't work, and the response to this unserious, unconstitutional legislation that will allow the school shootings to continue will be more gun control from the Democrats. Let me give you an example. They have a high-capacity magazine ban in here that bans any magazine that can accept over 15 rounds. Well, guess what? At Virginia Tech, the shooter carried 17 magazines, none of which held more than 15 rounds, most of which held 10 rounds. The shooter at Columbine carried 13 magazines, each of which held 10 rounds. This legislation would have done absolutely nothing. It's not about how many rounds does the magazine hold. It's about the evil intent of the shooter, and is there somebody there with the capacity to stop that shooter before they can get going? Why is this legislation dead on arrival in the Senate? Why is it dead on arrival in the Supreme Court? One of my colleagues has already acknowledged they know this is unconstitutional, and they'll pack the court if they have to. They said it in Judiciary Committee to keep this legislation alive after it should long since die. But why is it dead? Because Americans don't support it. You've quoted statistics. Those statistics are fake. If they were true, this would breeze through the Senate. But they're not. And so I urge my colleagues to respect the Constitution, respect the will of the American people, to respect the safety of American citizens, and most of all, the safety of children. Let's do something to protect them instead of these fake virtue signals that will do nothing but to curtail the Second Amendment rights of Americans. And with that, I yield back to the chairman.